Thank you. Welcome back. Our next guest is a talented actor known best as the hunky alien teenager in the hit show Roswell. He's co-starring in America's #1 film, The Grudge, which is in theaters now. Take a look.
I think I saw something in that house. Em and I were alone in that room, but I think there was something else there with us.
Karen, what is it? Karen. Hey. Hey.
I just want to go home.
Please welcome Jason Behr. The #1 hit in the country.
It's insane, isn't it?
Pretty amazing.
It's exciting. Very exciting.
Oh my gosh. And how are you celebrating?
Well, I drank a lot this weekend.
Go for it. Go for it, man. And do you have a beverage of choice?
Well, keeping with the Japanese tradition, I drank a lot of shochu. And
what is that?
Shochu is basically, when I first got to Japan, they introduced me to this hard liquor that is kind of like a vodka, or so they described it.
Yeah.
And so I had this shochu no lemon, which is basically shochu with lemon.
Ah.
No lemon with lemon.
Perfect Japanese.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you. It means a lot coming from you. Thank you.
Which brand here do you prefer? And we have 2 bottles of this.
Oh my God, you brought it.
I've never seen this before.
Let's get the party started. Well, this is actually, this is shoju. So I'll take the big bottle. You can have the small bottle. So yeah, basically I drank that the entire time when I was in Japan. It tastes really good and it gets you moving around real fast. I come to learn that it was used to disinfect the Imperial Palace not too long ago.
When you say disinfect the Imperial Palace, you mean it was...
Yeah, it was basically like drinking pine Sol with lemon.
Oh my God. I had a buddy who works up at the Comedy Store who in college drank Aqua Velva. Breath was always fresh and minty.
Well, I'm very clean on the inside.
Well, that's good. What was it like being in Japan? What was it like working with a Japanese director? Tell me about the whole experience.
Well, we had a little communication gap to overcome at first. Have you guys seen that movie Lost in Translation? That part where Bill Murray is hucking the Suntory time, right? That was my life for the first 2 weeks. We basically,
really?
I mean, the very first scene we did, Sarah and I were doing this scene where we were walking outside of a cemetery. And we got done with the first take. The director and the interpreter come flying over. And our director starts talking for like 10 minutes. And the interpreter says, let's just do that again, but faster. And so we're like, I know he said more than that.
Yeah.
So we do it again.
Right.
And now the first AD comes over and he says, okay. And we're like, okay, like that was fast enough, or, do you want to do it again? And he's like, okay. And he runs away from us. And Sarah and I look like, So we look for our director.
Yeah.
The camera is now in a new place. We have new marks. The whole crew is going, apparently not fast enough.
Really?
Yeah, that was exactly how it was.
What did they rap? What happened?
You basically rap by lunch, and then you drank shochu.
Were you in Tokyo?
Tokyo, yeah.
Does Tokyo seem bigger than L.A., New York?
Absolutely. I mean, there's 30 million people in Tokyo. And, I mean, you can go and get lost anytime you want. And
I understand you actually can get lost, that there's no addresses.
No.
If you take a cab, the cab's got to know where the place is just from memory or something.
The streets have no names. It's not just a song.
Right.
They actually have no names. And the blocks have names. Like there's a certain block vicinity. Within that block, there's a bunch of different streets inside that, and they have no names. And I mean, we went and got lost as much as possible. I went and saw sumo. I saw a samurai sword get made.
Well, what the hell do you do when you're somewhere and you feel like you're lost? And how do you get home? What do?
You just get up and go. You just get up and go. And you carry a card with you that says where you're staying. if you can't fully communicate with the taxi driver and you're saying, you know, Aoyama Sancho me, and he's like, huh? Aoyama Sancho me, huh?
Blackjack.
That's my trump, yeah. Oh, yes. And then he takes you home.
Right. You did some shopping while you were there.
Yes. I went shopping for a samurai sword and came up empty. And I went, on the very last day, I wanted to get these traditional Japanese sandals. They're called seta. And
Seta?
Seta, yeah. And it's basically, you know, there's the woven ones that you see in the movies. And I asked where they were, and I was told this is the best sandal shop in all of Tokyo. And so I got in 2 trains and walked about a mile. And right now I'm at this place where there is no English signs anywhere. It's all, I mean, even the street sign, the block signs are in kanji.
And unlike Europe, correct me if I'm wrong, they don't speak much English, do they?
No, nobody spoke any English. The one guy that I did find who did speak English was at the sandal shop that I just happened to stumble across.
Really?
So it's got this array of, like, all these different shapes and sizes and colors of these sandals. And I walk in and I see this one, it's made of wood, which is actually geta, and that's like the ones that the samurai used to wear with, like, the little wood planks in the bottom. And it had these lines in it, and this young guy comes running up to me, and he says, hello, so he speaks a little English. And I say, kuriwa, and which is, what is that?
Yeah.
And he pulls it down, and he says, anal rings.
What?
Anal rings. Yes.
He says anal rings?
Anal rings.
Well, you talk about your feet smelling bad.
This is anal rings, right? And he's like, so he runs away, and I'm like, where did they tell me to go, right? And so he comes back with his little dictionary, and he's like, annual rings. They were annual rings. Basically, it was like the yearly rings that a tree has to tell you how old the wood was.
Oh. Well,
Annual rings. I'll take them.
folks, you can see Jason in The Grudge in theaters now. We'll be right back with Secret Machines.